Everybody wants to get rich, and everybody wants to get rich fast. And they keep going online searching for how to make money easy, how to make money online. Oh, I like this one. How to make $1,000 a week from home. And of course, how to get rich fast. And the list goes on and on and on. But here's the reality you are going to learn today. If you're chasing quick money, getting rich fast, and getting rich easy, listen, you are going to stay broke forever. Because the real path for success takes about 10 years. And I'm about to show in this video how exactly these 10 years look like, step by step. Because once you see what it actually takes, you finally are going to understand why most people never make it and why you will. In this video, I'm gonna break down 10 years of the real path for wealth. And I invite you to watch this video to the end because year 9 is where everything starts to make sense. So let's dive in. Year 1, learning and suffering. Year 1 is brutal. You try to figure out what works. I don't know, maybe it's a business, a side hustle, or you just try to, have more control of your finances. You're gonna make mistakes. You'll probably lose money, and you're going to start doubting yourself and probably thinking about giving up. Because on their year 1 is where 99% of people, they actually give up, and you won't. Because the first year isn't about getting rich. The first year is about waking up, and you start realizing how actually money works, how time is more valuable than comfort, and how most people around you are still stuck in the same cycle forever. And you are learning to think differently. And that's where exactly wealth begins. Which brings us to the year number 2, discipline and foundation. Now you start to understand that success isn't about motivation. It is about discipline. Now you start saving money, paying off debts, cutting expenses, control your spending, and working on your mindset. You stop caring what other people think. And you stop chasing every shiny idea. Do you know why? You are building habits. They're small, they're boring, but those habits will later pay for your freedom. Which brings us to the year number 3, sacrifice and loneliness. This is the hardest year. You've been grinding for a while and you don't see bigger results yet. Friends might stop understanding you, and some people, they will even laugh at you. And again, this is where most people quit. But you won't, remember this. And now you understand and start to realize that wealth isn't built on lucky. It's way more about patience. Which brings us to the year number 4, momentum and confidence. By year 4, something shifts. You start making smart decisions. You fail enough time to understand what exactly doesn't work and how you focus on what does work. You've learned to manage money, control emotions, and start thinking long term. And yes, you might not be rich yet, but you are building momentum, and that's powerful. This is where your confidence starts to grow. Which brings us to the year number 5, skill and compounding begins. Now, your skills start paying off. You've gained experience, connections, and who knows, maybe your first profitable year. Your investments start compounding and your work starts getting noticed. And this is where you begin to understand the power of consistency, the quiet, invisible kind that builds over time. Which brings us to the year number 6, freedom. You start to feel it, right? Little flashes of freedom. And now maybe you can take a day off and not worrying about money or your bills. On the year 6, maybe your money finally starts to work for you. You are not there yet, but for the first time, you can see the light. At this point, you've built discipline, structure, and direction, and that's rare. Which brings us to the year number 7, scaling and reinvesting. Now you start thinking bigger. You invest your profits, not into cars or status, but into assets. That's the point. You start thinking like an investor, not a worker anymore. Because guess what? You're no longer an employee. You're a business owner. And that's the perfect year that you might thinking about launching or something new. Like, I don't know, maybe another side hustle, maybe another business, even a small. Something built on the knowledge you've gained throughout the years. This is where small success turn into a bigger opportunities. Which brings us to the year number 8, stability and growth. By now, you've created stability. Your systems work and your income is more stable and consistent. You've paid off your debts, you build assets and earn trust, not just from others, but way more importantly, from yourself. You've proved that you can build something real, big, stable, and more importantly, sustainable. Which brings us to the year number 9. And that's the most important part of getting rich, is the reason why. As you got to this point of this video, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Leave a comment below and tell me what year you are at right now. Let's go back to the video. Year 9, impact and purpose. Now it is not just about you anymore. You've seen throughout the years what hard work can do, and your mindset starts shifts from success to significance. You start asking, how can I help others win? How can I use what I've built to change lives? This is exactly where wealth becomes more than money, it becomes legacy. Which brings us to the year number 10, freedom and gratitude. Now that you see yourself 10 years later, you are not the same person. You are not chasing money. You are no longer looking for the easy way to make money online scheme. You build systems. You build freedom and peace. Now you can finally help your family. You can invest in others, give back to your community, and live life on your own terms. And you realize the whole journey wasn't about the money at all. It was about who you became and how many people you've helped along the way. And listen, most people still want to get rich fast. But those who play the long game, those who build with purpose, they win for life. So don't rush the process. Build year by year and watch how everything is going to change. And if you want to learn how $100,000 a year doesn't make you rich anymore, watch this video here next. See you on the other side.